Well, hello everyone and welcome back to Life of Wonders. Welcome back to my channel. This is Polo and today I have a very special unboxing and review. I was not expecting it to be so big, and that is the reason why I'm not using my normal backdrop, but just like placed it on the bed and just with the plain wall on the back, because otherwise it's kind of impossible to fit. It's a very big set. This is the Disney Princess Disney Stories exclusive deluxe gift set for Cinderella, and it's like the royal carriage. And the thing is, I actually had passed on it, and I didn't think I would get it when I was getting the rest of the playsets. But then my best friend on here on YouTube, Pandora Box from Quirky Crafts and Collectibles, um, let me know that she actually got it all the way from the UK. With a special sale from the Black Friday like sales, and then I was like, okay, maybe I should just give it a go, and I ordered mine. I was very lucky to get the offer. I am not certain about the specific price for it right at the moment. I know that I actually paid like 46 euros or something like that. We will check it out because I think it's on the back of the box, and then it's just been delivered a few minutes ago, and in a very incredibly big shipper box. And I was like, what is this? And of course it was his set. um and the thing is, I was also like, the thing is, in the shipper was actually for this specific set, and on the outside, I might include a picture of it. It said, it was, I don't know, a number, like any other like limited edition doll, and the total, for like the specific set that it said Cinderella set or something like that, it was 3,000, and I was like, could this be that this is like, I mean, it has not been listed as a limited edition playset, but maybe it's like 3,000 limited to Europe only or something like that. I really don't know. Because normally we wouldn't like, right, associate it with a specific number. It would just be open, but maybe there are like actually statistics and numbers, depending on where you are in the world. So anyway, this is it. And again, like, I didn't know I would like it as much, but now that I have it in front of me, I have to say that this set is um a spectacular, like, to say the least. Like, really, I mean, it's just so much more beautiful than I thought it would be. I mean, it's going to take a lot of space, that too, because the proportion is like, for again 12 inches dolls, quite okay. I was expecting it to be slightly smaller, but it's quite substantial. Even though, I mean, they've kept it to a minimum, I guess, because there's only one horse as opposed to like four like in the movie. But I mean, if the horse is like I mean, the actual size it's supposed to be, again, it's quite big as a playset. It's definitely the biggest. It's so much bigger than the box for Ariel and the Kiss the Girl playset. Anyway, so here it is. I love it. I do have the Walt Disney Classics Collection pumpkin coach from the 90s, and that is so much smaller. And that one I had displayed for years with my porcelain set of dolls for Cinderella, which I have the complete set for that, and I will keep it that way. I mean, that pumpkin coach or carriage, it's actually small if I was to display with like the normal classic designer Freightel or whatever, like these kind of like 12 inches dolls. But this one is super cool, and again, it's It's really nicely painted. It has like a shimmer effect, like a holographic. I don't know. Anyway, I mean, I'm of course going to unbox it and review it like up close. This is the box it comes in, and Cinderella comes in with it too. And I believe with a very special gown, as when compared to like the classic gown that we are getting Cinderella most of the times. This one is super cool because it's got extra organza, um like whiter, actually lighter blue organza sleeves, and then the puffy stuff on both of the sides of the skirt. And then it appears that at least we have like two layers with like glitter, and it's got um about three gems. I don't know. And then the high glow. She's so pretty. And yeah, she's so pretty. I'm loving her. Just like as if we're just focused on a doll, she's like super gorgeous. And I believe that this carriage also, from what I'm getting in the picture, it's going to move, or it's going to have like a mechanical kind of thing in which the horse will actually make it move. And it also lights up, and that I had already tried. I'm going to try it. I guess this is like the try on mode, so it doesn't last as long, but here you can see. I don't know if you can appreciate it very much, but it gets lit up in blue. I don't know if that is going to change like in colors when we take like the little label when it's unboxed. But anyway, this is like the box. It's really nicely displayed here. I mean, for people who would might want to have it displayed like this is kind of perfect because it's like these boxes are perfect for that. But then you would need a lot of space. But then like I'm thinking, who am I kidding? I mean, I'm going to need a lot of space to display it without the box, equally. But anyway, it's just so beautiful. So I don't know if it's gonna be like displayed all the time, but it's super beautiful. And I'm just about to get something very special that is like the comfy squat palace from Wreck-It Ralph. And I'm going to unbox like the mini set, because I do have the Hasbro ones, which well, I don't know what I'm going to do, like, but the thing is I'm going to unbox the mini ones because I think I want them all displayed at the same time, and those will be the ones that will actually manage to be easily displayed in that castle, I think, because there are 10, I think, in total. So I mean, it's just super bulky. And then I might have this carriage on display next to that. It's kind of dreamy. And I think that for those dolls it will also be very proportioned, as well as if I wanted to get a couple of them inside or something, because as I can see now, uh in this carriage, it's just for Cinderella, and it's going to be pretty tight. But again, I mean, it's huge. So I think it's really nice. Seriously, it's a very very nice playset. I'm surprised. I'm loving it so much. So this is the box. Here we can see that it says Disney Princess, and then we have a little bit of a background of like the lobby or the entrance for the palace. um and then it's heavy too. And then right over here we have the same patterns that we found for the newer Cinderella playset, with the pink gown and stuff. I'm going to show you first the other side. It's exactly the same pattern. Or here we have actually the whole silhouette of the castle. It's very pretty, so whether you want to keep it. I'm also thinking that this, especially this one, as it's kind of very tall, as opposed to the box for the Kiss the Girl, the Little Mermaid. So if you don't have a space to display these like 12 inches dolls, if you just empty this, and then as it has like the clear plastic on the front and a little bit to the sides, you could definitely create lots of scenes within this case, and then it would be protected from the dust and whatever. I don't know. If you don't have like a cabinet, I'm actually thinking that this is a pretty cool, and it's, yeah, again, I mean, you're seeing Cinderella standing up, so yeah, you you can actually display quite a few dolls inside, and that is very cool. So, um, so this is the back. I am also loving it. I love the pattern that they've created. As you can see in the original animation, there were four horses and the horseman, and then here we have Cinderella running down the stairs, and yeah, that's basically it. This is like, so this is this love kind of moment with Prince Charming. Here we have our Cinderella. It says Carriage lights up, and then it also says Carriage large enough for two dolls. Okay, cool. Yeah, oh my goodness, wow. Again, like, I was not expecting that at all, and it's so much more beautiful than you would guess only from the promotional pictures. Really, I like, um again, I don't know if you can sort of appreciate it through the glare, but it's just so beautiful, and the horse is just hilarious as well. It's just a really nice sculpt with actually rooted hair. Anyway, I will take it off out of the box, and then I will give you all the details. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so here we have stunning Cinderella and the royal carriage, or the pumpkin carriage. Wow. Seriously, wow. I am in love with this set. As you can see, the proportion is like super nice, and Cinderella is one of the best Cinderella dolls that I have seen in a very long time, definitely coming from the Disney store. I think this might be like the closest to what we can see in the animation, because of the, well, I would have appreciated a little bit more volume in the dress, but that is all. Other than that, I think that the dress is so close to like the light blue, silvery, shimmering dress we're actually seeing in the animation. I actually rewatched Cinderella um as I knew I was getting this set pack, and I really wanted to have it fresh. And wow, like the royal dance, the royal ball, as well as the so this is love sort of moment, is like so magical. It's like my favorite part of the movie. That and the I wish is a dream, no, sorry, yeah, I wish is a dream your heart makes. Like at the beginning of it, it's just like super magical. So again, because we've been given so many different versions of her dress, and I have, my favorite is actually the one from the 1998, I think it's called, I think it was released, sorry, from the designer collection by Mattel. But this Cinderella is super beautiful, like her hair, the gloves, again, because the dress is very light blue and silver and almost white, and sometimes we've been given different versions that are so dark, in my opinion. And so this one is like, it has to be one of my favorite. Plus, I think it's the prettiest Cinderella I have in my collection. I mean, I have other Cinderellas, including the designer, or it's the signature. It was called the signature by Mattel, but it was not as close to the actual animation, even though it was very pretty with rooted lashes and all that. I'm going to make a video in which I'm going to call it, I think, One Princess Three Gowns or something, in which I have the same princess doll released by in different times with super amazing gowns that are supposed to be the same one, but created differently for each release, and we will have a side-to-side comparison there. But anyway, she's just so beautiful. So starting with her, I mean, the sculpt is just amazing. The way the bangs are, I mean, it's very gel, or at least this part. It's just to the side, and then there is like a portion that is just like clear. Um, Her face is immaculate. I love it. I also love that she's wearing the um earrings in blue, and then she's got like the little black choker or lace, and then she's got the hairband in a light shade of blue. Now I reviewed a very short time ago um another version of Cinderella, which is the royal or the palace pet Cinderella, and she was having a hairband that was lighter, but then the dress was so much darker. And in my opinion, that dress that didn't even relate to the one that we actually see in the movie. And the reason I like this one so much, it's, well, we actually got three gems here. Then this leaves, or the organza part of it, it's white, as well as these little thingies that are to each of its side, and the high gloves are white too, which, or I mean, are they white? I believe they're white. Yeah, because I could say they're very pale blue. And then there is glitter. There's glitter going on, but not so much. I mean, the only glitter is slightly on the top, and then there are two layers. The a darker blue one, satin one, and then there is this organza one with glitter, and the organza one is pale blue. It isn't white. So yeah, it's pale blue, so you can see the difference. But the combination of them both, I don't know, give her the accurate volume and movement, even though it's not as flowy as other versions, such as the signature one, which I will be showcasing very soon. uh but it gives you the impression, if you know what I mean, it gives you the impression that the dress not only has enough volume but moves nicely, even though in reality it does not move as nicely because it's just tulle. But the glitter is super cool, and then the glitter gives us that kind of like silvery shimmery effect that we're getting from the animation too. Now the only thing that I would have changed is a little bit more volume, because again, the dress in the movie is just, it has a lot of volume, and even though this one has more volume than what we're used to for the classic doll, still not enough. But we're getting there. I mean, it passed. It really passed my mark, I would say, and it's become one of my favorite. Plus, she's like the prettiest. And then another thing I liked very much, she's got articulation on the top part that is like on the shoulder, elbow, and wrist. Um, and then she's got the bend and snap legs with flat feet, which it's a bit weird because again, she's supposed to be having the glass slippers with a heel, and in the later versions of Disney Store dolls, we don't get that. They're just flats. But one thing I like very much and I appreciate is that as she was standing up inside of the displaying box, her legs are perfect, and as opposed to, for example, the bell that came with the playset, with the Be Our Guest playset, or the Little Mermaid that came with the Kiss the Girl playset, as the legs had to be in a certain position. um they they are in a weird shape, but these ones are perfect, and that I appreciate. Plus, I mean, she's looking so gorgeous. She really is gorgeous. Now I know that my best friend here on YouTube, Pandora Box, is going to be receiving this set, and I know that she's going to be over the moon, because if I am over the moon and At first, I didn't even want to add this set to my collection as such. I thought it was too big. I thought it might be too plasticky or something, but no, it is so much better in person that from the pictures that I could just see by browsing Shop Disney, really, really, and I'm going to get closer to the actual Carriage right now. And I know, Pandora, if you're watching this, you're going to love it. This is going to be one of the biggest and most amazing playsets you are getting, really. And since you have the whole collection with the stepmother and stepsisters, wow. I mean, wow, your collection is super complete with this. That I can say. I don't have the stepsisters and stepmother from for this height, though I do have the porcelain from the 90s, the whole collection of it, and I do also have the Walt Disney Classics Collection pumpkin. So I will be displaying or showcasing that in another video. And those are actually more proportion. And I always thought, and the reason I didn't want to add this carriage as to my collection is because I had the other pumpkin coach, which is so accurate to the movie and everything, but actually the proportions aren't as close to this one. And even though this carriage, I think actually, now that I've seen the movie, the carriage isn't too big in the movie. The only thing is that there are four horses, and well, having four horses, it would be kind of like too much. But if you see the silhouette from the animation, the carriage isn't as big. I think it's probably the accurate one for it. And anyway, for my other Walt Disney Classics collection pumpkin coach, I actually collected four horses made out of biscuit porcelain, and a horseman and a another character, and one of them broke and I was so sad, but I still have the pieces, and I will glue it back, and I will probably showcase all that together. Anyhow, I know I'm talking too much, but because I'm so excited and because this is a very nice set, otherwise I wouldn't have things to talk about. So now that we've had a proper look at Cinderella, look at how gorgeous the hair is, everything. It's just so gorgeous, really. So I'm going to take her away so we can focus on the carriage for now. And the carriage is amazing, you guys. Again, I thought it was like, I don't know, it's gonna be like a lot of like translucent with glitter plastic all around. Probably it's just for play pretend of, the princesses and all that. But as an adult collector, I appreciate it very much, and I think that the details are beyond just playline in my opinion. As any other like playset, I mean, I'm super happy with the playsets just in general. I recently received the Alice in Wonderland. I got the Mulan one. I also the only ones that I don't have are the Jasmine one, the Tiana one. For some reason, the Jasmine one has not been seen in Europe as much, which is a pity. And what else? And I don't have the one for Snow White, but I have all the others, like including Rapunzel as well. And I love them as a collector. I love them to have just a little bit of like a background, um extra accessory and furniture and things that will allow me to display the dolls with a bit more of, I don't know, extra elements from specific scenes, and that at the same time they're so true to the animation. Anyhow, the horse is so gorgeous. I have to say, the painting is so cool. One of the things I don't like agree as much with this is that the horse has a mechanical feature that if you actually press here, you have to press once, so it will start moving, and then it will actually carry the carriage. But I mean, the power is just one horse, and for what, even though it doesn't weigh as much, it moves so slowly. don't think yeah, it looks sorry, it moves so slowly, and then you have to press back for it to end, like, and it makes like a sound that I think it could have been um it could have been um less of a mechanical kind of sound, in a way. I don't know if I'm making sense here, but I'm going to do it first of all, so we check that to all of you who might be interested. Actually, right now I'm on a bed, and then I have this blanket, so it's not going to move at all probably. But if you are, and I have tried it on a surface, it kind of moves, but again, so slow, but it's a feature. So here we are. I mean, this is what it does, right? I think it's very loud in my opinion, but it isn't too bad. And the good thing is that it moves all four legs, and well, you will have to kind of like press again for it to stop, and that is cool because you can just control, like, and then it has like the batteries. I think they're, yeah, that is like the batteries compartment, and then it's connected through these cords that are like very elastic in a way. Anyhow, even though I don't like that as much, I think it's a really nice feature, and yeah, I mean, I like it. I'm not going to use it, but just having the four articulated legs that they move on their own, it's just like an amazing thing. And here we can see like the whole sculpt of it. The painting is spot on. It's just immaculate. I also love like the rooted hair with the hint of like a silvery touch, because it isn't just white, it has like a silvery, almost like bluish touch to it. And I love it. And then it has like all this detail around here. The horseshoes are like lavender. Then it has like um the little accessory on top is actually crafted in plastic, but it works. I mean, it's so cool. It's really nicely done. And then, okay, so in the animation, the carriage isn't as ornamented. Like for example, the wheels do not have as many leaves like as we see here, and then they're definitely not like this kind of like engraved pattern. But I have to say, well, I'm a huge fan of Disney. I even worked for Disney when I was a teenager for several years, like, and I've gone to every single Disney park, and I know quite a few things. Now, there's Disney weddings, right? Which it's a thing that I've always contemplated in a way, and I've been to Orlando many times with my family, with special people, um and then I had the chance to see how the Disney weddings were planned around the whole uh, Orlando, um, Walt Disney World, and as well as California. And then in Orlando, if you are getting married at the wedding pavilion, I believe at the Floridian Resort, which is my number one favorite resort. I've had the chance to be there a few times, and I mean, I will show you more things in the future because again, I have so many memorabilia and stuff from it. I love the place so much. And if you're getting married there, there is a possibility of you to have like the Cinderella carriage with actually six ponies. I think they're ponies, yeah. I think six. I don't know if there are four or six. I mean, you have a selection of vehicles, but one of them is that. And then the carriage is like kind of simple in a way. But I've also seen that in California you can get married at at Disneyland or at the resort, at the hotels, at the California Adventure. I don't know. You can get married at any place within the Disney properties. Even in China, definitely in Hong Kong. I've actually stayed at the Disneyland Hotel in Hong Kong, which is, it's the concept has been taken. I'm sorry that I'm just going off the road here. The concept, it was kind of based from the Grand Floridian, and there is like uh, a gazebo or a pergola uh, in the gardens of the place, and that is for the weddings. And then there is like a few places inside the hotel as well, and then of course Tokyo Disney as well. So again, so I've seen another carriage. I want, the reason I'm saying this is because I've seen another carriage that it's been used for Disney weddings, and particularly for the weddings in California or around the Disneyland Hotel in California, which is a very ornamented pumpkin, which a very ornamented everything, like the wheels have lots of like swirls and things, and it kind of looks a lot like this one, even though this one is more ornamented than the animation. But in a way, I can see the connection with the Disney weddings carriage that is just so dreamy, that I've seen a few times actually. And and that is why I'm actually loving this so much as well, because I think they've based it as well, a little bit of the concept that they have for that current carriage that exists for you to get married, if you want to, within Disney property. And I love that right now this carriage makes me think of that, because what a better um kind of like dreamy thought that so I like it. And again, the reason I wanted to mention it is because if you look out for it, if you just look, Google it, like Disney weddings like Carriage, you will find like the one that you can get at the Walt Disney World property, and the one that you can get at Disneyland. And you will see that the one at Disneyland, or I don't know, maybe they have both now in both places, I don't know, anyhow, but it's very, very similar to this one in the way it's ornamented, like for example these kind of things around here, and definitely the wheels with extra swirls and things. Now, getting more into it, one thing I was super happy about, well, the thing is, to be able, in the box it says that you can fit two dolls inside, which I think is true, though they have to be a little bit tight in there. Um, and then I'm also loving the holographic. I don't know if you can appreciate it as much, but these quilted areas where the driver would actually be seated, and then there's like the same area over there, and then in the inside there's the well, but that is like translucent. Okay, this is like a see-through plastic, but this is a shimmery holographic blue plastic with so much. I mean, this is so cool. Seriously, it is. I mean, I'm going to showcase my Walt Disney Classics Collection pumpkin coach, but this one is so cool as well. Like seriously, and in a different way. Like the thing is, I don't like making comparisons as such, because I appreciate everything we're given as collectors. But I have to say that for a playset that is just sold at Disney Store, like the price for this, the original price in euros is 75 euros, and in Great Britain pounds is 65. I got it for 46 for from a Black Friday offer, which I think is amazing. But again, even at full price, I think that is just so detailed and so nicely executed, and so much quality on it. And then you have the light effect that are going to see in a moment. You have the moving effect. You have the Cinderella with like the deluxe everything, the deluxe gown, the glows, everything, that I think is just so worth it. And then we have two little lights here. Okay, one thing I think is not as proportioned, but I mean this is only normal because otherwise it would take so long, is that it's a bit flat when you look at it from the front, or you look at it. Okay, give me 1 second, because like, okay, okay, so this is like the profile, right? So when you look at it like this, it's a little bit flat. But again, if you are just planning to display it as it is, I think it looks amazing. And one thing I was again super nicely surprised is that it has two doors, one in each side, and both of them open, both, because I thought, okay, so it's only going to be like this one, but to have them both opened, and then they're both painted equally nicely. I mean, there are like four windows or four openings. There is the one on the front, and then there is this like sculpted curtains or drapes painted in a deep or bubblegum sort of like pink, and then there's glitter on it. Then there's the little motif in white around here, and there is exactly the same, I mean, as the front. And then there is like the other side, and then here we see like all the ornamented bit with the holographic effect, the C for Cinderella as with the same font that we can get from the movie. And then it opens like this, like magic. I'm loving the wheels as well. The wheels, yeah, I'm loving how they are connected, and the extra swirls. And I mean, please don't tell me that this isn't like super magical, really. And super high quality, and not only high quality but highly detailed. And to be highly detailed as an adult collector is something, or even if I wasn't an adult collector and I only had children, sorry, and I wanted nice toys for my children, I would appreciate still that the detail is there, and that the money that we're spending on these collectibles or these toys is actually so much worth it as it is in this case. So again, it opens, and then here we can see like the interior of the pumpkin coach. And then there is like this quilted area. It appears to make the shape of a heart, it seems, and this is all like translucent, and then the glitter is embedded, which is super cool because that will mean that it won't come off. And then on top of it, which again, this is something, if you look out for the weddings carriage, we have this ornament with the leaves in a holographic blue as well. This little like, it's almost like a fleur de lis in like gold color. It's just super amazing. And the feature, I didn't see anything that I could just remove so I could make it last longer, but there is a button here, and so when you click on it, it lights up like that. I mean, there's a LED in blue. Uh, Probably right now it's just too not noticeable, but it lights up the whole carriage really nicely. And wow, again, another thing that I appreciate so much. So what I'm going to do now, so I just end up showing you everything that I think I have to show you from this playset, is like, I'm going to place Cinderella on the inside, seated in a seated position, so you can see what it looks like. Okay, so for that I'll have to stop it here, or maybe, okay, I won't stop it. I'm going to try. The only thing is that as this Cinderella has like the straight bend and snap legs, I'm going to try to like put her legs, okay, I don't know, I really don't want to destroy her hairdo, which I think is like impeccable. So the thing is, you have to, I mean, they say that you can fit two inside. I guess you can, but again, with a lot of care, And I think that she has to kind of, this is weird in a way. Okay, let me, that is why I wanted to stop the video, but it's okay, I will manage. So for her, let me see if I can like, I'm going to like bend her legs. Although again, probably the other Cinderella that I have from the Palace Pet, she has like, I think that is going to be so much better. So yeah, that is what I'm going to do, because otherwise it I am a little bit scared that I will destroy her hairdo and everything. And okay, so the thing is, it will be kind of perfect if it was this Cinderella, but as she's got these straight legs that I don't seem to be able to bend as easily, it's going to be kind of difficult. Her head is going to be popping out of that window, but I'm going to grab the other Cinderella that I have. I think I have already changed her into one of my favorite 90s Disney Store gowns. So I think it's pretty cool that I will show it actually at the moment. I will get back with her and I will show you how she fits inside. Okay, so here we are, and this is what I was meaning when I was talking. Like, I knew I had already changed her into one of my favorite outfits from the 90s. It came from a classic doll from, I believe it was released by Disney Store, and it fits her like perfectly. And this is what I was meaning. Like, in my opinion, this is like the best sculpt I've ever seen. I have ever seen, because even the designer fairy tale one has like a crazy kind of hairdo which I like, and then like a whole new concept for the dress which I also like, but then it isn't true to the animation, if that makes sense. I mean, I appreciate it, I love it, but this is like the hairdo that it's getting closer or closest to the actual animation. And I thought they actually, I mean, I knew they would be different, but I thought that the hair was actually closer. And no, this one again is actually closer to the animation. It's more of a nashy, sort of blonde, and this one is more of yellowy, blonde, platinum blonde. It is the same face coat, but with those changes it feels slightly different. And I also like how they've perfected the bangs here as opposed to here, which is also cool. I mean, I like them both, but you know, so again, here the hairdo is just like perfect like that. I believe it's like super duper close to what we see in the animation, and this one over here, it's like yay, getting there. Not as perfect, if you know what I mean. But then the outfits, I think that this one should have had this volume, because the dress, the gown in the movie, it has a lot of volume. But I'm super happy because it's within the, you know, the shade of what it should be. Here we have this 90s iridescent holographic one with two layers, just having like the articulated body. That is why I've chosen her to be seated inside of the carriage. And then as opposed to having gloves, she was having these two accents here. I mean, it's cool. It's cool, and then it makes me, I've always felt that deluxe or not, I felt it was like what Cinderella deserved as a dress, as being big enough. But this was the original dress that this Cinderella came with in 2015 or 2016 or so for the Palace Pets one. And here we can see like the differences. This one has kind of like the similar volume as this one, but this one is so much closer to the animation as like the final result. Anyway, so here we have a little bit of a variety. I have not yet shown my favorite version of the dress, which is the signature one by Mattel. the first signature one, because there are like two signature series, but the first one from 98, I believe, or 97, it's my favorite. In any case, this is what I was referring. That is why this is my favorite Cinderella, because she's like gorgeous. But I like this one too, and this is what I was talking earlier. The hairband is actually lighter here, even though it was for this darker sort of like dress, and this one is darker, but it goes very well with it. So I will put aside this Cinderella, and now this one that I can actually bend and place in real time inside of the, again, it has like a puffier gown. Oh, I actually gave her bloomers, and I don't know if this is going to make it even more difficult. But I'm okay. I'm getting her knees bent, and this is what I was saying, that I believe she will have to be seated. Um, okay, not loving this actually. Not loving this. I didn't thought it would be so difficult and weird. That is the thing. I mean, the couch really looks great for Cinderella being stepping out of it. And you might actually have a better experience sitting her down, but not looking great. So this is going to be a bit of a downsize to the whole thing. Uh, Downside, sorry. Because I'm loving the carriage so much, and I think the proportion in terms of height is just amazing. Let me just put her like now next to it so you can see it. I think the proportions when displayed like this is amazing, spot on actually. But for sitting her inside and two dolls, I don't see it. I don't see it as much. I mean, I guess you can again, but they would be like so tight in there. But we've tried, and I wanted to make it real time so you could see the difficulty of it if I was having any. So here we have the original Cinderella that came with the set. Again, looking gorgeous as a displaying thing, and looking gorgeous also when lit up. I will try to do it again. Where is it? I think here. Looking so gorgeous. Both Cinderella dolls look amazing, and I love them both so much. And well, I hope that this review has been helpful and it's been fun as well. I'm super excited because I love it so much, and because I know that my friend Pandora is going to love it so much as well. And I'm already like getting the excitement out of it, as I can picture her being super happy with this set. So anyway, but I hope this is helpful for you all, and if you've enjoyed the review, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, as well as hitting the subscribe button, because I have so much more that I really want to share with all of you, and that will actually provide me with the support I need to feel encouraged to keep on doing what I'm doing. So yeah, thank you very much for that in advance. Let me know about your thoughts and feelings and opinions, and I don't know, who's your favorite Cinderella doll. What do you think about this set? Are you planning to get it or not? Do you have the actual super big set with the with the stepmother and the stepsisters, Drizella and Anastasia? Let me know about it all in the comments down below, and I will be so happy to get back to you that way. And for now, I hope you all stay safe, and I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.